Kirov and her battle group sailed out into the North Sea with their orders. They were to sail between Iceland and the Faroe Islands and obliterate any NATO ships that they encountered. The primary objective of these maneuvers is to gain naval supremacy around Iceland and wait for the invasion fleet to capture the island. Unfortunately for us, NATO forces were privy to our plans. They have set up a complex ambush, and our forces are sailing right into it. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to Sea Power, Naval Combat in the Missile Age. Today we are continuing the Never Fade Away campaign, mission number 3, Faroe Contact. Our battle group here is sailing through the GIUK gap, and it looks like NATO forces have set up a little ambush for us. The good news is, this Soviet task force is incredibly competent. It is centered around Kirov, of course, as you can see, and I'm currently in the process of deploying all of my VDS sonars. I am very worried about submarines. So we are going to start deploying those. A lot of our ships here do have VDS sonars. We have a couple of Krivacs here. Deploy this one above the layer, please. There we go. We also have Kinda class destroyers and a Utiloi in the formation. To add to our firepower, we do have a couple of Sovereign class destroyers and then a Slava over here, which is carrying some sandbox anti-ship missiles. So these are going to be our primary anti-ship missiles, the sandbox and the shipwrecks here, which we have 20 of. We also have K242 down here. We've already identified something as a Virginia. These contacts are pretty far out. These contacts are close, though. Let's see. Are we in Wakeholmer range? Not yet, but we are actually pretty close to Wakeholmer range. We have another sound contact out here. Let's drop down very deep, increase speed to full. Let's get moving. We have a Tu-16 with offensive ECM. Move over this way, begin jamming that contact. So looking at all these contacts, they're all very spread out. We have a couple of Virginias. My strategy is going to be jam a contact and fire at it. We are only going to fire at jammed contacts. Hopefully my Tupolev will be able to roam about. Depends on how, how competent the NATO forces are today. If they have a whole bunch of F-14s or something up, that Tupolev is not getting close. I'm also, like I said, very concerned about subs. We are going to deploy our sono buoys at intermediate depths so we can deploy them above and below the layer. This is a new feature that I didn't even know the devs added, but I love it. Very cool. And we're just going to deploy these in a screen in front of our task force. I would like another Ka-27 to launch, and I'm going to have it deploy sono buoys around us just to make sure nothing is operating directly behind us. Looking here, we have one Kinda class. She is carrying Shattuck anti-ship missiles, and she's pretty much almost in range. Our Sunburns have the much shorter range, so I am going to use those first. I'm actually looking here. Okay, EM670, turn south, increase speed all ahead flank. It's going to break from the formation and fire its fire its Sunburns at whatever the heck this contact is, and then also possibly the Virginia, if she can close in enough to get those off, which I think we should be able to. Okay, right off the rip, one of the contacts is being jammed. I'm not even sure what it is. Let's look at the info. Iowa, Long Beach, Belknap, Perry. It could be anything. And, well, frankly, I'm not too concerned what it is. We just know it's hostile. Those are not friendly radar emissions. And we are going to fire. We have 8 Sunburns here. Okay. Well, what else can I fire? Sandbox. 20 shipwrecks. Silex. I mean, 8 sunburns. I'm just thinking of how I want to divvy it up. 3 at this formation, and then the Virginia is going to be a tough nut to crack. That's really what I'm concerned about. We'll probably fire some P700s at that Virginia as well. Okay, salvo of 2 at that contact. And then we'll fire, you know what, we'll fire 4, another salvo right after it. Send it. Okay. We really need to just overwhelm the enemy air defenses. And firing 4 is how we are going to do that. If I fire a salvo, I want to make sure the salvo kills something. So that's why we are probably going to send more missiles than we need at this target. Now, one thing that would make this very interesting is if our ammunition carried over from mission to mission. If that were the case, I would be much more conservative with our big boy anti-ship missiles. Okay, new ESM contact out here. There's a lot of contacts. But since I'm pretty sure all the ammunition is going to roll over, I'm not too worried about it. That will be something that we need to worry about whenever the dynamic campaign comes out, I'm sure. Conducting operations as the Soviets this far away from our own coastline would be very dangerous due to our limited ammunition. Anti-ship missiles are starting to close in on the first hostile contact. We have identified it as an OHP. This just seemed... Okay, well, apparently it's not a lone Virginia. We can see something back there. There is a Virginia over here. USS Arkansas. Okay, let's see. Perry's being jammed. I mean, I'm sure she sees them. I'm not saying... Okay, there's chaff. Wow, one of them's going for the chaff. Of course, why wouldn't it? Okay, so that's 1 missile. Nice. This one looks like it's gonna hit. Okay, yep, 2. Definitely overkill. Another missile just went right over. You know, I say it was overkill, but only 1 of the 4 missiles hit. The others went for chaff or splashed right into the water. That being said, that one hit right in the hangar area. That's probably going to sink her. Are we in range yet with our sunburns of the Virginia? Not yet. A little bit to go. We're picking up a lot of emissions down here. Looks like some aircraft. Aircraft, yep. Closing in. Also, K-242 is closing in on an Adams class. We do have wake-homing torpedoes. Should be able to get in range and engage that. Once that is destroyed, we may move up to this kid. We'll pick out another contact. Maybe this group down here. The Virginia and company are almost in range. We have an A6 closing in. This is iffy. I've changed course with our entire formation because I do want all of my ships to be defended by that Utiloi, and also the Kirov can put up quite a defense against anti-ship missiles as well. I'm sure these A6s are probably carrying harpoons and are looking to drop them on our task force. That being said, let's fire 4 shipwrecks at the Virginia. I kind of want to fire more than 4. Okay. Fire 6. 2 at the sprue can down there that we've just picked up. Both ships are being jammed. Okay, and that's a good chunk of our missile supply. Hopefully it's worth it. Okay, those missiles are away. You, sunburns. Are you in range yet? They should be. Yep, okay, they are in range. All 4 sunburns at the Virginia. Fire those. Too far, there we go, just in range. Love it. Then we will order her to return back to the formation at best speed. Sunburns are away, returning back. SAN-7s out of range. Now the Kirov should have SA-6s. Oh yeah. Fire 2 at these A6s. Yeah, there we go. There we go. 2 heading towards them. Hostile. I do this as hostile. And you know what? Fire 2 more. The second contact. Okay. Lots of surface-to-air missiles already heading towards those A6s. Got one. See ya. It looks like they have already dropped their harpoons, though. 2 more surface-to-air missiles inbound. Look at those parachutes floating down. They were able to punch out. Second A6, deploying a whole bunch of flares and chaff. Got them. Okay, get ready to defend against those harpoons. Those are going to be very, very nasty. All of our missiles heading towards these contacts. Let's make sure our Tupolev doesn't get too close to the enemy. I have another radar contact here, medium. Angels 35. Heading straight at us. Probably hostile. Let's have our Ka-27 try to talk with this contact. Identify yourself. Can't communicate. Okay. Where's our Tu-95? Identify yourself. Refuses to comply. ID yourself. Agrees to comply. Airliner. Got it. This is agreeing. Good, good, good. Okay, lots of contacts agreed to comply, which is good. That Perry's going down. Didn't even realize she was sinking. Let's take a look at what K242 is getting up to. Are you in Wakeholmer range? Oh yeah, you will be. This is looking real good. Continue on that interception course. Anti-ship missiles inbound. Harpoons. Lucky for us, not that many harpoons. Probably 8 or so. And as I said previously, this is the best of the best that the Soviets have to offer in terms of anti-ship capability, surface-to-air capability. So I'm pretty confident we'll be able to get all these harpoons taken care of. Knock on wood. I should really knock on wood before I start saying things like that. Looks like a whole bunch of them are already getting destroyed. There we go. Another harpoon taken care of. 2 left. Jeez, just seeing all of those smoke trails coming from our ships. Looks like they're all going after the Kirov. That is not surprising. There we go, got it. Lovely, good stuff. Now it's our turn. Virginia and the Spruance. Anything else still out here? No, those are just outbound missiles. Okay, good. Anti-ship missiles are closing in on the Virginia. The jamming did a lot of work here. Okay, one was just intercepted. Come on. Wow. Sea-Wiz is trying to shoot down another one. Intercepted. Wow, that's... Okay, this one might get through. Oh, wow, they got that one too. Okay, it's shipwreck time. Jeez. Even while being jammed, they managed to take all of those out, which, yeah, does not bode well for our granites here. Well, that's not good at all. Tu-16 still jamming the targets. I guess I should have fired more. Those sunburns were quite effective previously. They're kind of letting me down now. And also all of our granites are going after the Virginia. No one wants to go after the Spruance? I think at least one of you should try to target that one. But they're just going after the biggest threat, and that absolutely is the Virginia. So if the Virginia sinks, I'll be happy. I would like one to divert. Here we go. One's popping up. Sea Whiz is going off. Come on. Got him. Wow. 3 just slammed into her. Devastating. Absolutely devastating. Okay. Sunburns. Have more sunburns up here. I'm going to hold off on the sunburns. Sandboxes. Okay. Shipwrecks. 4 more at this contact on the Spruance. Not really loving that. I also... Ooh, Long Beach. She's out here. Wow. Awesome. This is my first time seeing her in a mission like this. What an awesome vessel. Gonna be ashamed to sink her. I can't believe nothing hit that Spruance though. Now it's just a matter of what do I want to fire at it. Some shipwrecks, which we are starting to run low on already. Yeah, okay. Fire 4. You know what? Fire 2. Fire 2. We're gonna risk it. We'll see if 2 can get through now that the Virginia is gone. Alright, send 2 of those out. The Granites have hit the deck and are closing in on the Spruance. She is trying to shoot them down. Both of them are getting pretty close at this point. Guns are opening fire. Come on, I just need 1 to get through. 1 hit ought to do it. 1's going for the chaff. Which is great. Sea Whiz. Oh, it's trying. There we go. Okay, the gamble paid off. Target destroyed. That is the southern group down here dealt with. Now, I'm hoping in the meantime, K242 here can deal with the Atoms and possibly this group down to the south. It looks like we may have more groups way out here. I need my task force. Change course. Start heading up this way. TU-16. Come over here. Will that ship identify itself? It's refusing to comply. I'm sure it's friendly. We also picked up an airliner. A Soviet airliner just flying over this battlefield. I almost blew it out of the sky, but the last minute we actually VID'd it. So there is that. Let's take a look at the wake homing range. Almost in range. We have 2 hostile contacts here closing in. Probably more A6s if I had to guess. We are in the process of jamming them now with our TU-16. Also, we should be in range. Let's see, wake homing torpedo. Yep, fire it at that Atoms. Hopefully we didn't fire too far out. We're going to find out though. Hopefully that's able to hit that target and take care of it. A6s are getting close. Kirov is engaging with surface-to-air missiles. Let's see if we can get some hits here. These contacts are being jammed. Who knows if they've dropped their harpoons yet. Here's hoping not. And we'll actually be able to hit them. They're deploying flare and chaff. Okay, a 1 went for it. Second one here. Got him. Impact. These other 2 should be going for the other A6. 1 missed. More missiles, I think, are outbound. Got him. There we go. Contacts destroyed. It looks like they may have actually fired their harpoons. Hard to tell. We will see. Torpedoes heading towards the Atoms. Things are progressing nicely. Harpoons were in fact fired at us, and they are getting close. Surface-to-air missiles are attempting to intercept. The entire Soviet fleet is desperately trying to shoot these things down. I mean, just look at that. What an impressive sight. Come on. These are getting a little close for comfort, I gotta admit. Going after chaff. Good. Well, this one's no factor. There we go, destroyed it. Sea Whiz is engaging. Oh boy. If Sea Whiz is engaging, I'm scared. Okay, they're flying right in front of us. They're probably going after the Kirov. Come on, Kirov. Let's look. Okay, I think we got them all. Very, very close. Those got way too close. Way, way, way too close. Not a fan of that. But we survived. Good. B-52 has been spotted closing in, and we took care of that. Well, we did not shoot down the B-52 before it deployed a whole bunch of harpoons. They are all closing in. Change course. That is a lot. That is a lot of harpoons. I need this ship to return to formation. Oh, here we go. Kirov. Can't engage just yet. Torpedo is just 8 nautical miles away from that Adams class, which is good. Our sub has changed course. It's going after this Belknap now. Okay, guns are engaging. Which is good. We have another group of harpoons. Okay, no, they're all down here. Got it. Okay, surface-to-air missiles. That, oh my gosh, look at that swarm. Absolutely crazy. Thankfully, the Utiloi here is is doing work. It is impressive what she can put up. Okay. Harpoons are just getting wiped off the map. Which I do like to see. So much clutter at the moment. Okay. Missiles just exploding all over the place. Come on, Utiloi. Still a lot of missiles. I mean, these are getting close. If we lose a ship, that's going to be bad. This northern group is getting wiped out. Good. Seawiz is engaging. Come on. The Utiloi. Oh, they're getting close. Okay, we've been hit. Harpoon hit one of us. This harpoon went for chaff. No problem. Good. This one is popping up on the Kirov. Got it. Okay. Okay. Damage report. The damage report is not good. Not good. We may lose her here. That's unfortunate. I'm not surprised that one of our ships managed to get hit. She was in the lead. She did a lot. But hull damage moderate, flooding slight. The fire's continuing to burn. Damage control teams are working on the fires here. We'll let them get to it. We'll see what they can do. The good news is this isn't one of our ships with, you know, decent anti-ship missiles capable of going out and touching the enemy here. So if I were to lose a ship, obviously not first on the list, but not one of our critical vessels. Secondary explosion just went off. Oof. Yeah, heavy damage. She's going to sink. Wake-homing torpedoes starting to close in on the Adams. Things are looking pretty good here. Oh yeah, we've got her. Looks like she's reducing speed, maybe trying to turn. Okay, noisemaker is getting deployed on the water. It's not really going to help her too much. Torpedo is wiggling around. Come on. We've got her. Come on, impact. There we go. That should do her in. And now our sub is moving in to engage this Belknap and this Lee. Moving at 32 knots. Pretty far out. They'll be there in a couple of hours, so we'll see what happens first. Our Tu-16 is going to move towards this kid and Long Beach. It's going to jam them, and we are going to fire at it. Long Beach and company are being jammed. We are going to fire a bunch of sandboxes at them. I'm going to fire 4 at USS Kid. And then another 4 at Long Beach. I'm also going to fire 2 shipwrecks at them just to add some variety. Incoming missiles have been detected. Bunch of tomahawks. And that is a lot of tomahawks. The good news is tomahawks aren't a very good anti-ship missile, so we have a good chance of taking most of them out. We have a northern pack as well, and you know, I just saw probably what fired it. We have USS Iowa over here. So she probably sent a whole bunch of these. Doesn't look like they have acquired anything. They're just flying right on by. Okay, we're taking care of business. Continue to fire at them. We'll see if they manage to acquire something. Okay, the tomahawks are actually turning in now. They found their targets. Oh, come on. I don't really want to lose another ship here. Okay, one's going for all that chaff. That's reassuring. Okay. Shot it down. This other group is not really much of a problem. Come on. Shoot. You guys gotta get it. Gotta intercept it now. It's going to hit. Impact right in the bridge. Ouch. We've lost Gromke. Okay, 2 of our ships have been destroyed here. Lovely. Oh, missiles are closing in on the enemy. Yep, she's sinking. Again, another ship. Not too upset about losing her. We've lost 2 ships. The enemy thus far has lost 4, and it's about to be a lot worse for them, so. Anti-ship missiles are starting to close in on Long Beach and Kid. Looks like 2 of them are going after Kid. That's good. And then the rest are going after Long Beach. Fantastic. Once we've destroyed these 2, we will fire at the Iowa and the Virginia, where I'm pretty sure that's where the bulk of those tomahawks came from. Okay, 1 missile is going for the chaff. Sea Whiz. Did it get it? Nope, it did not. Impact. Okay, Long Beach has just been struck as well. Multiple hits there, I think. Okay, we have 2 more missiles inbound. 1 might be going for the chaff. It is very difficult to tell. Regardless, I think that's those 2 vessels done for. We have this radar contact. I'm wondering, will you identify yourself? Oh, they agreed to comply. It's a merchant ship. Hello. Alright, we won't shoot you. Long Beach is burning up. Shipwreck's closing in. Oof. Ouch. That is just insult to injury. Other shipwreck's just going off. Middle of nowhere. Okay. Alright. Our task force has been, gotten eaten up a little bit. Let's go to Kirov. Kirov, you are going to fire 8 shipwrecks at this contact, Iowa. What else do we got? Shaddix, just in range. Fire 4 at the Virginia. Sunburns probably out of range if I had to guess. Yeah, they have a smaller range. Fire these sandboxes. Salvo of 4 at the Virginia. And then fire 2 more at the Iowa. There we go. That's going to be devastating, especially when they're being jammed. Hopefully no more tomahawks are on the way. You know, I really don't want to mess around, especially against a bunch of ships with tomahawks. Fire 2 more shipwrecks at that Iowa. There we go. Beautiful. Shorter range missiles can go after whatever's left. That's a lot of anti-ship missiles heading their way. Let's check out Long Beach. Oof, burning up. Kid is sinking. Our Tu-16, just fly right here. Begin jamming. Begin jamming. Now, K-242. Getting pretty close. Let's see, is this Tupolev able to jam? It is. Let's see, who has... You have Shaddix, 4. You have 8 Sunburns. Is this formation in range? They are in Sunburn range. Okay, salvo of 4. Fire. This Tupolev can jam both formations. Let's finish the job here. I don't want to give them an opportunity to shoot. I love watching the Sunburns go. Okay. That should be 4. Fire another 4 at that Belknap. Keep firing. Sandboxes. Salvo of 2 at them. Send it. Let's have our Tupolev fly over this way. Perfect. Okay, we're just sending everything we've got. Especially after losing 2 ships. Which is kind of embarrassing. I'm really... The Gromke down here, yeah, she's sinking. I'm really surprised that Tomahawk made it all the way through. Of course, it got a very critical hit. Long Beach is confirmed as sinking. She is going down. Sunburns are closing in on the enemy. They should... Yep, there they are. And that's a lot of missiles. We're just firing all we got. It doesn't look like there's any more hostile contacts out here. At least I hope there's not. Guns are engaging. From the Belknap. A lot of missiles are heading after her. This is looking great. Yep, got... Oh, jammed. Wow, okay. Jammed. They're jamming all these missiles. There we go. Impact. Waterline hit. There we go. Belknap's trying to evade as well. Is she doing a good job at it? Sea-Wiz is firing. Got her. Multiple hits. Okay. These 2 have been taken out. Lovely. Yeah, more hits. Just add insult to injury. Where's our Tu-16? Begin jamming these contacts. The Iowa, we have another contact. There are 3 ships. One's only moving at 2 knots, which is peculiar. Belknap is sinking. She's going down. Lifeboats are in the water. Okay, good. We still have 2 more missiles heading their way. They weren't necessary, of course, but... rather make sure we actually destroy these targets. Okay, the next big attack should be hitting the enemy here in a couple of minutes. Anti-ship missiles are all heading towards different targets. A lot of them are going after the Virginia and the Iowa. One is going after an OHP over here, which we have just picked up. 3-inch gun going crazy. Okay, come on, shipwrecks. One is going for chaff. Sea-Wiz is engaging. Let's see if it swings around and gets something else. That would be awesome. We have a whole bunch more missiles closing in on the Iowa. There we go, got her. Right in the bow. Ooh, multiple explosions. There we go, Virginia was just hit as well. Lots of anti-ship missiles are going after the OHP. Jeez. 2 shipwrecks. I'm not sure the Iowa's gonna sink after that. Oh, we have a whole nother cluster. Hopefully they both go after the Iowa. We need a couple of shipwrecks that hit the Iowa. There is some damage, so maybe the Sea-Wiz was knocked out if we're lucky. The OHP is sinking. That is not surprising. With hits like that, it's not a shock to me at all. It looks like the Virginia is out of action. Sea-Wiz is trying to engage. Shipwreck, there we go. Just, ow. Yeah, more hits there. Then another shipwreck slammed into the Virginia. I think that is going to do it for our NATO friends here. Poor New Jersey. More anti-ship missiles are closing in on the Iowa. She has deployed chaff, and it looks like one managed to go for the chaff. And, oh, here we go. We got a message. We didn't even see our other missiles impact. It looks like she just started sinking normally. Well done, Commander, on surviving the NATO ambush. However, we cannot continue our mission. Return home. Okay, that makes sense that we need to head back home after expending so much ammunition. Here is the after-action report, and they're saying it's a minor victory. We lost 2 ships and 2 CA-27. Those were the CA-27s in the hangars. Okay. We destroyed a whole lot, an entire battleship, Long Beach, multiple Virginia classes. I'd say that was more than a minor victory. That was pretty brutal for the American forces, but still an enjoyable mission nonetheless. I always do prefer it when the enemy managed to actually get some hits on me. That certainly makes things more enjoyable. Anyway, folks, that is going to do it for today's video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.